Bob the Builder is a classic British children's TV programme which aired on the BBC from 1999 to 2011. The show is fondly remembered for its stop-motion animation and lovable characters, which consisted of humans, animals, and anthropomorphic vehicles, along with Spud the Scarecrow. How he's alive is something I'll never know. Despite the obviously cartoony characters, the show had a very realistic depiction of the construction industry, which made it stand out from most other children's programming at the time. Everything stood out: the animation, the characters, and the premise of the show. It was all just a perfect blend of originality that brought a lot of success for the show's production company, Hit Entertainment. The show made a huge profit with its merchandise, books, video games, and of course, VHS tapes and DVDs. Most of Bob the Builder's VHS and DVD releases are easy to find with the series' popularity, but a few VHS releases have slipped through the cracks, particularly from the Project Build It seasons. My Discord friend, Guy Incognito, found an eBay listing of a tape nobody knew existed. So today, join me as I tell my story of how I found the rarest Bob the Builder VHS tape ever released. Bob the Builder premiered for the first time on BBC One on the 12th of April 1999, with the first episode of Season 1, Scoop Saves the Day. The show was immediately popular with many children across the country, and the show quickly gained international releases in many countries, as well as the United States, who received their own dub of the show, replacing British words with American ones and giving the characters American accents. The show was created by Keith Chapman back in 1997, with the pilot episode showing plenty of potential to Peter Orton, executive chairman of Hit Entertainment. Peter Orton acquired the intellectual property rights, thus leading to the creation of the TV show. The deal saw Chapman retain a share of the copyright and a contractual clause which sees his name appear on all merchandise related to the character, including an appearance in the blockbuster film Elf. The animation was completed at British animation studio Hot Animation, located in Manchester, with the character and set designs being conceived by Curtis Jobling. Each season of the show contained 13 10-minute episodes, with series 1 to 4 airing on BBC One during the CBBC block of programming. Series 5 premiered in 2002, which was the same year the BBC launched their new preschool channel, CBeebies. Series 5 to 9 of the original show debuted on CBeebies going forward, with the original run having a total of 117 episodes. Bob the Builder was nominated in the BAFTA Preschool Animation category in 1999, 2001 and 2002, but never won the award. With its staggering number of episodes by 2005 and the show's popularity in international markets, the show generated around £1 billion in international retail sales. Bob the Builder's immense success led to Keith Chapman investing his share of the money into his own television production and rights ownership company, Chapman Entertainment. Chapman went on to either create or produce several children's television classics, such as Fifi and the Flower Tots in 2005, Rory the Racing Car in 2007, Paw Patrol in 2013, and Mighty Express in 2020. Hot Animation also benefited from Bob's success, with the studio gaining various projects from Hit Entertainment, including episodes 5 to 8 of Bramley Hedge, all episodes of Rubber Dubbers, the 5th and 6th seasons of Pingu, and all episodes of The Pingu Show. Back to Bob the Builder, the show had 3 feature-length specials along with a live stage show. The specials were A Christmas to Remember, The Knights of Camelot, and Snowed Under, The Bobblesburg Winter Games. A Christmas to Remember won the Children's Animation category at the 2003 BAFTAs. Of the show's success, Sarah Ball, the show's producer, said, "I think Diggers and Dumpers fascinate kids in the same way that they are drawn to dinosaurs. They both have a timeless appeal. The technique of stop motion is very tangible. The characters look like you can just pick them up and play with them. It's a safe, lovely, bright, colourful world, which is very appealing. Curtis Jobling did a fantastic job designing the show. It's very simple and stylised, but has such charm. Not long after the original show's 9th season, a couple of spin-off shows aired on CBeebies. The first being Project Build It, airing between the 2nd of May 2005 and the 26th of August 2008. Project Build It continued to use stop-motion animation produced at Hot Animation and had 7 seasons with episode counts ranging between 12 to 15 per season. This brought the show's season count to 16 and the episode count to 210. A second spin-off debuted in 2010 called Ready Steady Build, now animated with CGI at SD Entertainment, which had 28 episodes and 12 shorts between 2010 and 2011, bringing down the final curtain on the first show's run with 238 episodes. During the spin-off eras, more specials were released, which include Bob's Big Plan, Built to be Wild, Race to the Finish, The Legend of the Golden Hammer, The Big Dino Dig, Scrambler to the Rescue, and When Bob Became a Builder. Despite the show airing on the BBC, Hit Entertainment kept the distribution rights for home media releases. The BBC only had the rights for distributing children's books based on the TV show. Starting in 1999 up to 2004, the original series and specials were spread across 22 home media releases. Most of these dominated store shelves and are extremely common to find today, while a few others are quite rare, but not as rare as what I will reveal later. Hit Entertainment released the first 2 VHS tapes of Bob the Builder on the 21st of June 1999 under the Hit Video label. Scoop Saves the Day and Other Stories and Buffalo Bob and Other Stories. Both releases featured 5 episodes from the first season. The next tape released was Naughty Spud and Other Stories, which doesn't even feature Spud on the cover. This was released on the 27th of September 1999 and featured 3 episodes from Season 1 and 2 episodes from Season 2. Bob's White Christmas and Other Stories was released on the 15th of November 1999 and featured 5 episodes from Season 2. Mucky Muck and Other Stories was released on the 20th of March 2000 and featured 4 episodes from Season 2 and 1 episode from Season 3. Pilchard's Breakfast and Other Stories was released on the 10th of April 2000 and featured 5 episodes from Season 3. Trailer Travis and Other Stories was released on the 18th of September 2000 and featured 5 episodes from Season 3. Scarecrow Dizzy and Other Stories was released on the 30th of October 2000 and featured 2 episodes from Season 3 and 3 episodes from Season 4. This was the final VHS to be released under the Hit Video label. Rolly and the Rockstar and Other Stories was released on the 12th of March 2001 and featured 5 episodes from Season 4. This was the first Bob the Builder tape to be released under the Hit Entertainment PLC label. Skateboard Spud and Other Stories was released on the 17th of September 2001 and featured 5 episodes from Season 5. A Christmas to Remember was released on the 22nd of October 2001 and featured the full feature-length special. Pilchard Steals the Show and Other Stories was released on the 11th of February 2002 and featured 5 episodes from Season 5. This tape was also the first to feature 3 shorts that weren't seen on TV at the time. Bob's Winning Team is the first tape to ditch the "and other stories" tagline in the title. It was dubbed a Special Sports Edition and was released on the 10th of June 2002. This tape featured 2 episodes from Season 5, 2 from Season 4, 3 from Season 2, and 1 from Season 1. This tape also featured 3 shorts that weren't seen on TV at the time. Bob's Animal Friends was released on the 12th of August 2002 and featured 1 episode from Season 1, 1 from Season 2, 2 from Season 3, and 1 from Season 4, along with 4 shorts. Bob the Builder Live was released on the 7th of October 2002 and featured the full feature-length recording of the Wembley Arena performance in London. This was the final retail tape to feature the dark green BBFC U symbol on the cover. Bob's Christmas tape was a promotional tape for retailers that was never supposed to be sold to the public, released in late 2002. It includes Bob's White Christmas along with the Kipper episode Snowy Day, and was the first tape to feature the promos for Knights of Camelot. It also features adverts for Hit Entertainment releases that were only featured on this tape, and those were at the end after the Kipper episode. The Knights of Camelot was released on the 11th of March 2003 and featured the full feature-length special. This was the first tape to feature the BBFC's new U symbol on the cover. My copy of the Marks & Spencer's exclusive release features an extra bonus episode from Season 4, Sneezing Scoop. Speedy Skip was released on the 16th of June 2003 and featured 3 episodes from Season 7 and 2 from Season 6, along with 3 shorts. Teamwork Challenge was released on the 15th of September 2003 and featured 5 episodes from Season 6, along with 3 shorts. This was the final tape released under the Hit Entertainment plc label. Feast of Fun was released on the 9th of February 2004 and featured 2 episodes from Season 6 and 3 from Season 7, along with 3 shorts and a bonus Rubber Dubbers episode. This was the first tape released under the Hit Entertainment label. The Great Race plus Scoop the Disco Digger and Other Stories is the only VHS and DVD release that was a part of Hit Entertainment's Double the Fun 2-on-1 releases. It was released on the 5th of July 2004, and as the name suggests, was 2 VHS tapes in one box set. The Great Race features 2 episodes from Season 6, 1 from Season 7 and 2 from Season 8, along with 3 shorts. Scoop the Disco Digger contains 5 episodes from Season 9, along with 4 shorts. This was the last release of the original series on VHS. Snowed Under, the Bobblesburg Winter Games, was released on the 28th of September 2004 and featured the full-length special. Bob's Big Plan was released on the 16th of May 2005. Wait, what? So yes, here is the part of the video you've all been waiting for, the part where I reveal the rarest tape. Bob's Big Plan was the first Project Build It tape released. It was believed that Chip Off the Old Block was the only Project Build It VHS tape, but with this discovery, that belief has now been disproven. Bob's Big Plan was released on DVD and VHS on the 16th of May 2005 and features 3 episodes from Season 10 and 1 from Season 7, randomly. The episodes featured on this tape are Bob's Big Plan, Bob's Fresh Start, Lofty's Shelter, and Dizzy and the Talkie Talkie. The tape clocks in at 60 minutes long, with Bob's Big Plan taking up 24 minutes and the other stories taking up 30. The other 6 minutes are presumably logos and advertisements. This tape is the first with Hit Entertainment's blue sticker label, along with the Irish Film Censor's Office G rating on the cover, equivalent to the BBFC's U rating. The tape's cover also features promotions for Hit Entertainment's DVD releases inside, including Bob the Builder, Barney, Angelina Ballerina, The Wiggles, Pingu, Fireman Sam, and the Children's Favourites compilation releases. Before I show you all the VHS opening and uncover lost media, let me tell you the story of how I found this undiscovered tape. My Discord friend,
Guy Incognito,
sent me a random DM one day asking me what I think the rarest Bob tapes are. I said any tape between 2003 and 5. He then sent me the eBay listing. It was being sold by Kian for £10.79. An absolute steal. Instantly bought it and knew what I had to do. Thank you, Kian, for holding on to this rare gem for as long as you have. Without you having this video would never have been possible. Hope the tenner proves useful to you, mate. And thank you to
Guy Incognito,
for sending me the listing as well. This could have slipped into lost media territory again if I didn't buy it. Also, before we get started with the VHS opening, Bob the Builder, Chip Off the Old Block, was found by Dylan Fagan, and found again by
Guy Incognito.
That was the last VHS released in the UK on the 18th of July 2005 and includes 5 episodes from season 10. This is also an insanely rare tape, possibly the rarest with it being the last, so congrats to Dylan for finding it first. This also means I have now completed my Bob the Builder VHS collection, so stay tuned for a collection video coming soon. Anyways, here is my live reaction to the opening of Bob's Big Plan from 2005. Right, hello there everybody, it's the real me, and yes, my face is blue, it's because my VCR's on. But yeah, here it is, Bob's Big Plan, the VHS tape. It's here in all its glory. I'm not really showing the case because the blue light ruins the lighting. But yeah, my room is still being redecorated. I'm getting a new carpet this Wednesday as of me recording this video. And so once that's in, I can then start building the room and building like some kind of competent YouTube setup. But for now, this is what you get. So yeah, I'm going to stick the tape into the VCR. There, it's in. And look, it's my silly doggy. The silly doggy. The dog's in the background. The dog has made a cameo. The doggy. Right. Let's turn my volume up a little bit so I can at least hear what I'm watching. Shut up. I'm recording a video. Did you hear that? The cheek on this little silly dog. The cheek on you is insane. Right, okay, so we're in the black void anyway, so I'm not missing out. I've kind of moved. Hold on, let me... Alright, we're on the warning screen. Let's just move a little bit. So that I can... And this is the Boring Hit logo from 2004 onwards. Literally just fade in, fade out. Boring. Boring. So we've got an advert for the Wiggles. Now this was a show for me that were, I don't know, it were part of my childhood. The terrible CGI in the transitions, the classic children's songs from the Wiggles. It's just brings back a lot of memories. I remember watching this on telly as a kid. I never really owned any of the Wiggles DVDs or videos. I think I only ever watched it on telly. Oh, we might have had. Actually, that's a lie. I think we did have one Wiggles DVD, or it were like a Hit Entertainment Children's Favourites DVD with a Wiggles episode on. But yeah, I used to say my dad looks like the yellow Wiggle, which obviously isn't true, especially not nowadays. My dad's got grey hair now, and the yellow Wiggle has no hair. Bless him. Well, I think that's a deliberate thing. I'm sure he shaves his head on purpose. But I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong there. But anyway, the Wiggles, they are a good childhood show from my childhood. The only thing that knocks it down is just the terrible dated 2000 CGI. But I think we can let it off because this show really was a product of its time. But yeah, I don't really remember this song. I don't think I was ever exposed to that specific episode. Or this kind of Wiggle segment with the painting either. I don't remember that. Let's Wiggle. I don't remember that, but I could be wrong. Out now on DVD and VHS. Yep, okay. So, what's next? Oh, Fireman Sam. This is this is obviously the Hit Entertainment reboot. But this is the Fireman Sam I grew up with. Obviously a lot of people grew up with their 80s, 90s classic stop motion one, but this is the version I grew up with as a kid. This was the one that was on telly. I am kind of glad that it kept the stop motion feel of it though, because if it was CG, well, it did become CG in the end, but if it was CG when I was a kid, I don't think I would have been as enthralled in it. So yeah. So yeah, these Hit Entertainment promos, they're not really promos, they're more or less just clips of the theme song with a slideshow at the end. Kind of like low effort advertisements, but like literally it's just the title, it's just the intro, and then it's just a picture, you know what I mean? Quite lazy adverts, but they're adverts nonetheless. And then you could tell VHS were dying at this point. This is the title card, a black screen with white text. That's interesting. So unlike Project Build It, this has the original intro at the start. But I believe the Bob's Big Plan special was like the transition between the original and the spin-off. So I think this episode does have the original intro, I think. I could be wrong. Well, I just find it weird that the first Project Build It tape has the normal intro, but then the other Project Build It tape has the Project Build It intro. So this is like some kind of weird anomaly. Yeah, I'm mainly explaining it because people go, oh, it's fake, it got the original intro. It's like, no. But yeah, this is the start of Bob's Big Plan, so now I'm gonna fast forward it to the end and see what promos are at the end. Yes, I'm doing the closing as well, I didn't mention that earlier, but that's like a nice little bonus. So we shall fast forward, and I will pause the recording. I'll lean over and pause while I fast forward. Give me a sec. Right, we finally made it near the end of the tape. This is the last bit of the credits. And yeah, so there's the distributor worldwide by Hit Entertainment logo, and then, oh, Thomas and Friends promo. Thomas and Friends. This is a series that I grew up with, of course. Who didn't grow up with this in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s? Who didn't grow up with this show? Who did not grow up with Thomas the Tank Engine? Who didn't? But obviously these adverts are for the hit seasons. The hit seasons aren't as well received, really. Series 6 and 7 are alright, but then Series 8 onwards is very babyfied. But 2005 to 8, I grew up with the back end of the model series on television. It's like I had Series 3 on DVD and Series 7 on Pulling Together DVD. And then I had a few other Thomas releases on DVD with the classic show. And then on the telly was the hit era seasons. So yeah. Well, that's like an actual good quality promo, because it's probably VCI that made that promo, because VCI did the distributing. But here we go, we've got Barney now. This purple lizard was another part of my childhood. I watched a lot of Barney on television. Did have a couple of Barney videotapes, but I didn't grow up with any because, well, actually, I had one. I had a few Barney tapes as a kid. There was one that was like a music-themed, piano-styled episode, but my dad threw that tape away because he couldn't stand Barney, which I completely get it now. But as a kid, I just loved these giant costume dinosaurs with all these kids. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, it like, you know what I mean? It wasn't my favourite kids show, but it was a cult classic for me. But anyway. So yeah, so we've got Barney at the end. What else? Ah, Pingu. We've got Pingu. Pingu! Yeah. I grew up a bit with Pingu as well. My cousin. Shout out to my cousin. One of my many cousins, but I'm sure he knows who I'm talking about if he's watching. He had a few Pingu DVDs, so I mainly watched Pingu at my cousin's house. But it was quite funny, to be honest. Oh, we got a bit of tape damage. Got a bit of tape damage on the Pingu bit. Oh dear, a lot of tape damage. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, we still got tape damage. Well, I think we're at the end of the tape anyway. It's gone quiet. Yeah, it's just gone straight to no signal, so yeah, I think that's the end of the tape. I think we've come to the end. So yeah, 5 adverts. sprinkled throughout the beginning and end. So yeah, nice little commentary on that. But yeah, I mean, all these adverts are not lost media, but it's just the opening and closing of this tape is. Like, the contents of this tape are lost media, so I'm heavily thinking about either uploading the full tape and marking it as for kids, or just uploading the opening and closing like I normally do, but we'll see. Anyway, I better stop this now before the tape dies, and then it's lost forever then. If you want to see the unedited opening without my reaction, along with the closing, watch the raw upload on the Matt's Videotape Archive channel. I have been scouting online for all of the Bob the Builder UK tapes for about a year. Most are common, but there are a few rare gems out there. There is Snowed Under the Bobblesburg Winter Games, which is a very rare VHS release. The DVDs definitely outsold all the Bob tapes from 2004 onwards. But yes, as I was about to record my lines for this video,
Guy Incognito.
found the 2 tapes I was missing, thus completing my collection. Another rare tape is, of course, Chip Off the Old Block, released in 2005. That was the final Bob tape released. Thankfully, Dylan found this tape at a similar time Guy Incognito found mine, so hopefully this means both Project Build It tape contents are not lost media anymore. The last tapes I'll mention as rare tapes are Bob's Christmas tape and Bob's Barn Raising. This is a strange one, as it is not featured on any of Hit Entertainment's promos for the VHS releases, and the cover just seems off in some way. Nothing is known about this online, but the old BBFCU symbol is on the cover, making me believe this is a pre-2003 release. I believe this is a prototype for another tape with Bob's Barn Raising on it, such as Naughty Spud and Other Stories. That's the theory that makes the most sense to me. All these tapes I have just said are equally rare and are extremely hard to find, but I'm purely saying mine is the rarest as it's a good clickbait title, but Chip Off the Old Block is definitely rarer, with it being released later in 2005. Anyways, I have been Matt's World, and I can safely say I am a very, very happy man. It has made my year finding 3 rare tapes from 2005. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and goodbye.
Homer? Who is Homer? My name is
Bob the Builder.